From a young age, Ryan Drew has always loved Chick-fil-A. It'll be his pleasure to tell you about what he learned from going behind the scenes to learn more about the home of the original chicken sandwich.
Picture this. It's a Thursday morning, you wake up, get ready, then head out. Even though you are running late, you decide to go to Chick-fil-A. After pulling up in the drive-thru and placing your order, you say thank you and are met with a "my pleasure" from the other side of the mic. You pay, get your food, and then head to school. This chain of events is something most Brookstone students are familiar with. The craving for Chick-fil-A is so dire that it makes getting in trouble with Miss Clubber for being late worth it. When choosing my topic, I knew I wanted to find out more about something that enriches the lives of others. I've also always loved the idea of taking what you're given and making it better, and that's exactly what Mr. Kalish has done with the Bradley Park Chick-fil-A. He's the kind of operator that always wants to keep his business moving in the right direction and constantly innovates to keep up with the changing times. Chick-fil-A is a place that feels like home to the majority of our community and to hundreds of other communities across the nation as well. Why is that? What makes it different than other fast food chains? It all starts with people like Mr. Kalish who have worked tirelessly to make their restaurants the best they can be and are constantly focused on how they can make a positive impact on their community. When given the opportunity to select a mentor, I knew he was the person I wanted to ask. In 1946, Sherry Cathy founded the Dwarf Grill in Hapeville, Georgia, which is a suburb of Atlanta. 15 years later, Cathy found a pressure fryer that could cook a chicken patty in the same amount of time it took to cook a burger patty. After this discovery, he registered the name Chick-fil-A Inc. In 1967, the first Chick-fil-A was founded in Greenbrier Mall, located in a suburb of Atlanta. The fast food chain started in shopping malls, but eventually developed into freestanding locations, the first of these being on North Druid Hills Road in Atlanta in 1986. While most of the locations are based in the South, Chick-fil-A has now expanded to New York City, Los Angeles, Denver, and many other locations spread across the U.S. They have also added 2 locations internationally in South Africa and Canada. Mr. Todd Kalish started his career with Chick-fil-A in Indianapolis, Indiana as a restaurant operator. In the South, Chick-fil-A is a widely known brand, but in Indianapolis, people didn't even know how to pronounce it, and the name Truett Cathy meant nothing to them. A cultural obstacle was that they generally didn't eat chicken for breakfast and didn't drink much sweet tea either. This was a unique situation given a brand as big as Chick-fil-A would have to start from the bottom like a smaller company. Mr. Kalish started by doing a lot of grassroots work in order to make locals familiar with the brand. This was in stark contrast to his work at the Bradley Park Chick-fil-A. He moved to a location in the city of Columbus that was well known but massively underperforming. The store was choked down in a way that made progression very difficult. It was understaffed and was hiring people who didn't represent Chick-fil-A's values. In order to make this store successful, he knew he had to open it up to full capacity. He started hiring people who were ready to work and had the grit and determination to get the store to the high level of performance it is today. I started off my time with Mr. Kalish by asking what I thought at the time was a simple question: what makes Chick-fil-A Chick-fil-A? I soon came to know there isn't just one answer to this question. However, I learned that it all starts with consistency. You can go to other fast food restaurants and have an amazing experience, then come back the next day and have a terrible experience. By having that terrible experience, the restaurant could then lose that customer for life. If that customer was somebody who went there pretty consistently, losing their business is something that you don't want to see happen. By consistently providing above average customer service, you create a culture that breeds lifetime customers who know they will always have a good experience. However, the only way this works is if you have the right team to carry it out. Mr. Kalish hires people who have the drive to succeed, a strong work ethic, and other values that align with Chick-fil-A. He helps them set goals for their time working at Chick-fil-A and then checks in with them to make sure they stick to it. This kind of leadership is very similar to that of a coach. He encourages and teaches his employees in order to help reach their potential. When I think of living deliberately, I think of doing something every day to enrich the lives of the people around you. Mr. Kalish took a store that was massively underperforming and turned it into an image of success that all can admire. It's a place that Brookstone students, parents, and all members of the community feel welcome. He's done something that has truly helped enrich the lives of people around him, and to me, that's living pretty darn deliberately. Thank you.